Today we're diving into one of the strangest, most overlooked stories in the Minecraft Crystal PvP scene. The rise and disappearance of a known player as Danger Mario and the hidden scheme that changed an entire community. First of all, some of you guys might be asking, who is Danger Mario? We've never heard of this guy before. Well, back in 2019, Danger Mario was a well-known figure in the Vanilla Crystal PvP community. He was a skilled player. He was not really a legitimate player. The guy was cheating pretty much on a server called 2B2T. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of that, but he was also notorious for using cheats, manipulating players, and hopping onto alternative accounts to grief bases across the server landscape. This wasn't just trolling, it was a pattern. Eventually, Danger Mario founded a server called PvP Club, which is the current testing server for MC tiers. What looked like just another PvP server quickly became the main hub for the MC tier community, like I just said. But then, sometime in 2020, he just vanished. Prior to his disappearance, ownership was transferred to one of the current administrators, Jai Guy, a talented coder and developer formerly known as iMagicalCat, and interestingly, one of Danger Mario's closest acquaintances. According to the Danger Mario lore, this wasn't random. It was a long-term plan, a deliberate scheme by Danger Mario to take control of the PvP community behind the scenes. And magically, it just worked. So was all this a master plan, a manipulation, or just the chaotic legacy of a controversial player? Either way, the story of Danger Mario remains one of the wildest chapters in Crystal PvP history. Well, basically what else I can really say about Danger Mario here is really because that he said a bunch of things about how, oh, I'm gonna fake the death of this Marlow persona and then turn the camera away and all that. Just give me one moment. I'm gonna go grab the quotes and read them off to you and just explain everything to you. Okay, I got them. Okay. Here's what I'm going to read some of the quotes that I have here from credit. I'm just going to give this credit now. Thank you so much to Xfinity for giving me all these quotes and all that. I really appreciate it. Please, I'm going to drop his link in the description. So I'm going to do the same thing for Reef as well. So please go subscribe to those guys. Those guys are absolute legends for actually helping us out, giving us all the data and information based on Danger Mario and Marlow and all that. I just thank you so much. I tried to reach out to Reef, but he didn't answer. So I was really looking forward to making a video with him and whatnot, so it's fine. Okay. First off, Danger Mario gets in WhatsApp messages goes off to say, I'm going to fake Marlow's death by jumping off a bridge with the camera facing the other way. I'll do it in a group with Marlow's closest friends and a few influencers. Why is there an ad, bro? Okay, we're just getting rid of the ad. Okay. And by the way, if these ads that you see right now, I'm not promoting any of them. Okay. And then he also goes on to say, but before that, I'm going to spread false allegations about her from an alt account which I have already received staff positions on. Grooming allegations I've already built up the realism in Marlow's commit in Marlow. Committing blank. Invent conversations to her friends. Anyways, the grooming allegation video is more of a spark because I know the community is going to freak out over it. She also goes on to say, also I technically could reverse it later on by saying I was sent to a mental hospital for months. So it's not like irreversible. So if it didn't go as intended, I could always just fall back on that. Basically, and also I want to talk about the okay, what I want to talk about now is the peer plot. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this, but I'm going to read it off. Many members of the community who have helped expose Danger Mario believe that the peer plot played a huge influential role in Marlow's response video to the recent allegations that have been made against him. The analogy behind the peer plot was that Marlow would make a group chat with some creators and some of the persona's closest friends in a fake act of trying to end it all, and faking the persona's death, all with the mentality that it would bring them the most publicity. Sorry, I'm tired. We all know that Danger Mario, also known as Marlow, is an extremely sick, pathological liar, according to Ximity. Marlow goes on to say that she's going to manipulate the PvP community into thinking that she's dead or just a weirdo. Well, I'm going to answer some questions here now. So, some questions that you may have been wanting to have answered is the MCPvP tier list ending? The MCPvP tier list might be changed or completely shut down following the recent exposure, with reports that a new tier list will be created by someone else. Was the deception easy to identify? Well, in my opinion, no, it actually wasn't. Because of the fact that Marlow was skilled at being able to maintain this fake persona and managed to manipulate millions of players for several years. Another question that's actually been rising is that who might replace the top ranking? Members of the community are debating whether it should be Swight or Coldfight that takes the *1 spot. This kid, I feel like that could really be different here. I feel like it's really between Swight and It's Real Me here, because It's was the former #1 PvPer in Java before Marlow dethroned him at some point. Also, some of you guys may be asking, was Marlow considered a good person in the community? In my opinion, this was very debatable. Some members of the community, such as It's Real Me, perceived Marlow as a benevolent individual and a great friend prior to the exposure. One more question that you guys actually really have wanted answers to is that what are the risks that follow with Marlow's replacement? In my opinion, if someone replaces Marlow, they might receive heavy amounts of criticism and backlash from it. Like I said, I want to just thank Ximity for all this data, and I'll link their videos with the screenshotted evidence. I'm gonna make a file for it. I'm gonna ask people for the screenshotted evidence, and yeah. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. We really need it, and please drop a like. We're trying to get 300 by almost the end of the month, so I really appreciate any positive comments,